exciting times in Zanzi as the Orlando Pirates fans are happy people. They're equally as happy after Mamelodi Sundowns, including Kaizer Chiefs, in what's been a stunning start to the season. We'll talk about that later with Jerry Skosana. Out in England, of course, some of the heavy hitters have started to drop points, making for an interesting start to the season. Sitting alongside me, I've got the legendary Shane McGregor. Shane, interesting times in England, but we have to talk about a side that over the last 2 years maybe has fallen off the way somewhat. Chelsea, this season, just 3 points off of the top of the table. They're fifth, yes, but 3 points off the top. They beat West Ham with a 3-0 scoreline away from home. It's looking like the Chelsea of old. Is it, or is it too soon to say?
Too soon to say, I would think. You know, they haven't come up against any of the big teams as such. When I say the big teams, your Arsenals, Man Cities, the Liverpools, they haven't played them yet. But it's a good start for them.
Yep.
You know, they've had a lot of changes in there, a lot of new personnel coming in. Yeah, good for them. You know, that's where Chelsea should be. I mean, you've got to have that league stronger. You've got to have the top teams up there. Good. But I will just hold back and say they've turned the corner just yet. You know, the one thing about them is a lot of youngsters coming in. And as you go along, the youngsters start raining off, and that's the big worry for me. So, but we'll see. Well,
carrying on from last season, Aston Villa, who were thereabouts, and really made it an interesting shake-up to the top 4, top 5 race. 3-1 win away at Wolves, third in the current campaign in the early stages, coming out the starting blocks. They're looking to carry on from where they left off last season.
Yeah, and they've improved. You know, once again they brought players in, and I mean, I've been saying this all. I said last season, I'm saying it again. He's a very wise manager that brought the right players in. They just seem to keep on churning the results out. They're a team that you don't want to go play against as the top teams. You're scared to go play against them. It's like one of those where, look where we're playing this week.
Yeah.
Not good. So that's also brilliant for the league. You know, you want those teams in there. But a good one. Wolves, I said to you, struggling. And I think they're going to struggle for a while longer.
Now, Liverpool is an interesting club to talk about right now. They beat Bournemouth with a 3-0 scoreline, but Diaz looking good. I say that because he adds to what Salah has given them in the start of the season, and Nunez scoring, well, a lovely goal, but there's another player they need to start finding his scoring boots going forward in this campaign.
Well, Diaz has found his scoring boots. I mean, what a start for him, you know.
Sure.
As we say, Salah's been chipping in here and there. Been a little bit disappointing in a couple of games, but it's, you know, that's what strikers are about, and that's what forwards are about. You know, especially their forward liners all chip in. Nunes' first goal in 17 games as a striker. Not a great turnaround, but you know, hopefully this kicks him on. He's been given advice by Van Dijk to calm down, relax, because I think he's been over-trying. Let's see. Hopefully he kicks on, and you know, you never know with them three in form. Wow. Yeah,
it could be scary.
For other teams.
Could be scary. So the game we were all looking forward to, of course, Manchester City up against Arsenal. Wow. What a turn of events. Arsenal leading 2-1, the red card, of course, in the first half, and the way Arsenal then have to shift mentally and defend. Let's get your breakdown on this game.
It shows you exactly where Arsenal have come over the years.
Yeah.
And normally they would just capitulate and give up, you know, but now they've gone and carried on. They're looking stronger. Yeah, they had to defend. I mean, there's no other way to play against a Man City team. They're going to come at you, especially with an extra player. You know, lots of crying from both sides of the story, and there's lots of arguments afterwards. But well done to Arsenal to hold on. Yeah, they were 2-1 up. They held on. They only conceded a goal very late in extra time. A lot been said about this referee, Man City, behind the scenes. So if you look at the mistakes he's made over the years, all favoured Man City. Sure. It's a bit of a worry, that. But yeah, well done to Arsenal. You know, if they had held on for the victory, it would have been a different story. But couldn't just hold on. I'm glad there was an equaliser.
Well, it makes things interesting, I'll tell you that. But let's talk about Erling Haarland quickly. City now, he's played 105 games at Manchester City. He scored 100 goals, got his 100th over the weekend. In the Premier League, 71 games, 73 goals. These are astonishing numbers.
Phenomenal. And you know, we basically the same figures as Ronaldo.
Yeah.
That's, you're talking in the same breath there, you know. I mean, he's a goal scorer of note. He's not the most attractive player to watch. He's not the best looking player to watch on any given time, but he scores goals, and that's what it counts.
You've made this point time and time again, just to highlight it for the fans at home. At Dortmund, 89 appearances, 86 goals. At Molde, 50 appearances, 20 goals. At Salzburg, 27 appearances, 29 goals. Yeah. He's done this throughout throughout his career. He's only still 24, keep in mind.
Exactly. Can you imagine what he's going to carry on to? I mean, injuries free, he's going to be phenomenal. I mean, he'll be one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. He already is, but could be even better.
Yeah, let's talk about what's happening today. What started half an hour or so ago, Newcastle at home to Man City. Newcastle 2 seasons ago, we had a lot to say about them. It hasn't quite turned out the same.
They haven't been bringing players in, and that's my worry. And I'm not too sure why they haven't done that. Anyway, you know, it hasn't been great. Man City should get the job done, yeah, but I'm still waiting to hear about that case of theirs. You know?
Yeah, everybody's waiting on that.
If it comes to where they're in big trouble, they could be going 2 divisions down, you know. So, well, let's see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see. But Arsenal, later on in the afternoon, taking on Leicester City. That's an interesting case. The return of Leicester City, of course. They could be a stumbling block if they are for it.
No, not against Arsenal.
Yeah?
Arsenal will get the victory there, unfortunately for Leicester.
Now, Chelsea, we touched on them and their good start to the season at home to Brighton, who played some good football on their day.
Brighton, you know, they had a great start and they seem to have just waned off. I mean, I'm not too sure what's happening there. You know, if you look at the way Chelsea again, I can't go past Chelsea, so I would go home victory for Chelsea there. 2
sides that have had a terrible start to the season, maybe struggling a whole lot more than we expected. Maybe Everton, we touched on last week and the week before. Crystal Palace have also had their struggles this season, yeah?
Yeah, both had their struggles. We know why Everton, because they can't bring players in. A draw written all over that one.
Liverpool away to Wolves?
Win.
And
struggling.
The big one for Manchester United fans after the draw to Crystal Palace, which was a bit disappointing, but United against Tottenham.
And they draw midweek.
And the draw, yeah.
United fans are really short in that. I'll be honest with you, I can't see anything but a draw in this game.
With United Tottenham?
Draw. Tottenham
fans will be thinking, hey, give us a break here. We haven't had that bad a start to the season. United may be struggling somewhat, but don't you give Tottenham a slight edge, couldn't we?
No, the Tottenham fans are up in arms over their manager at the moment. So, you know, if you look at both, they both had a stumbling start. I think it's a draw.
So, interesting times watching England, of course, and wow, what results we've had thus far. Let's look forward to what's happening this weekend and in the week to come. We'll break it down once again with Shane McGregor come next week, Saturday. On the other side of this, we discuss, well, happy clubs. All of the top flying clubs in South Africa so far are happy and have reason to be. Jerry Skosana helps to break that down.